Hi, family. Welcome back into the channel. This is Nikki. This may be a little bit sensitive to those of you who maybe be a little bit timid, but just a warning before you listen to this video. It may trigger some pain within you. It may trigger some trauma, and it may trigger some emotions that you thought were buried. We're going to be talking about parents who are responsible for the dysfunction in their family. Parents, your parents. To those of you who this video fits, your parents are responsible for the dysfunction that's in your family. Parents are that authority figure that God gave over the children. But I don't want you to have a victim mentality. And I don't want you to not have a sense of who you are. And if you need help, I want you to reach out and get help because it's perfectly okay to need help and go get it. Your family is so responsible for all this dysfunction and um, sibling rivalry in your home. Your parents are, they're responsible for this. And the reason why the parents are responsible for this is because of everything that people did to them when they were a little child and everything that people did to your parents and said to your parents when they were growing up. Your parents have been a victim. So they gave you all they knew. A lot of you have been reared by parents who are narcissistic because they had narcissistic parents. A lot of you have been reared in toxic homes. You're in toxic relationships because of what you saw modeled in the home of your mother, your father, or maybe you were with a single parent. Your parents are responsible for all of the dysfunction that you're facing in your life right now. They are. And they're responsible because of what happened to them when they were a little child. They're responsible because the things that people said to them when they were little, the things that people did to them when they were little, they didn't heal. So they passed this dysfunction on to you. And now you've passed it on down to your children. And even if you don't have kids, you're still going through life dysfunctional. You're still going through life broken because your parents didn't heal and they didn't teach you how to heal. They didn't know how. They didn't know how. It's not taken away from what people did to you. It's not taking accountability. It's not holding your parents responsible for the things that they've done. No, this video is to give you an understanding as to why you're in recurring cycles, why you're in these toxic cycles, why you can't get out of it. And why do you get out of one bad relationship and you get into another bad relationship? And it doesn't matter if it's for a different person. Even if you get out of one relationship with one person, why do you keep attracting the same spirit in a different individual? Because what was modeled to you, you were addicted to pain because your parents, dysfunction. Your parents are so responsible for the dysfunction that you're facing. But you can't have a victim mentality because you can get help. If you need help, family, go get help. And you got to have a sense of self. You have to know who you are. You don't have to be like that person who reared you. You don't have to be mean spirited and cold hearted and unkind like that person who reared you, family. No. And this is not letting anybody off the hook. We're bringing awareness to homes. We're bringing awareness to families as to why you go through what you're going through with your parents, that authority figure that reared you in your home. Those people, that person, they're responsible for the dysfunction in the household. They're responsible for all of the dysfunction that's in the family. Your parents are. And some of them did the best that they could because they were mistreated when they were a kid. They were talked down to. They were mistreated. It's the actions that your parents face with their parents. See, this is generational, but you have to get healed. You don't have to fight with your mother's demon. You don't have to fight with your daddy's demon. You don't have to fight with your grandmother's demon. You don't have to keep warring and fighting with generational demons. You do not. You are a generational curse breaker. God chose you in the family to destroy the curse. That curse is going to be destroyed by the power of God through you. Your parents' family are responsible for the dysfunction in your family. This is why some of you who have siblings, this might be the cause of siblings and the rivalry you have between your sisters and your brothers because you saw one parent favor one child more than the other one, and it had nothing to do with you. They're broken. This is why you have to heal. This is why you can't ignore trauma. Because trauma, if you don't deal with it, it's going to face you in every area of your life. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to soar. You're not going to evolve into the person that God created you to be because you have trauma trapped on the inside of you. And those of you who are listening today, I pray that the trauma that you have locked up on the inside of you, I pray that God will free you from that. I pray you will lean on God to free you from that trauma. Your parents, as sick as it may sound, as sad as it may be, and as angry as you might be, you have every right to be angry. God said, be angry and sin not. But you can't have a victim mindset. You can't go through the rest of your life as a victim. You can't. You got to get help if you need it. You got to get healed. You have to get healed. You are not the person who reared you. You are not that person. You're not. Your parents were hurt by their parents. Your parents were mistreated by their parents. They were rejected. They were dropped. They were forsaken, some of them, by their parents. To those of you who are suffering, this video is to those of you who are suffering with dysfunction. You have dysfunctional, you have estranged relationships with your parents. This video is for you. Your parents are that authoritative figure that God placed in the home, and they're responsible for the dysfunction in the family. The parents are. Now you are an adult. Throughout your childhood, your adolescent, you are enduring pain. You're tolerating pain because you feel like you have to. You don't have to tolerate pain, family. Get help if you need help. And don't have a victim mentality. Woe me, why me? No, family. The devil allowed these things to happen so he can stop you. And why? Because you have a great calling on your life. You have something great to do in this world. He doesn't want you to find it out, and he doesn't want you to meet it. No. This is why this video is being made for those of you who are suffering with dysfunction, those of you who are in toxic relationships, one after another one, those of you who are having a hard time coming out of these toxic relationships and staying out of them. It's a reason why you're trapped. And it's a reason why you get out and you get pulled back in. That is a soul tie. And only the blood of Jesus Christ can destroy that soul tie. And you can't paticate with it. You can't play with it. You can't. Your life is at stake. Your spiritual life, your emotional well-being is at stake. Your mental health is at stake. All the abuse. And we know some of your parents probably didn't take accountability. Some parents will never take accountability. Did you know that? I say this out of love and respect for all of you. Some parents, some people who reared you and hurt you, family, some of these people will never take accountability. They won't. That sorry, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to do this to you. Some of you may never hear it. But God is telling you today, family, He's sorry for everything that you've gone through with. Don't go through the rest of your life that God gave you, holding on to the pain and the trauma that your parents have caused you, your mother and your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your uncle, your aunts, whoever family reared you and raised you. Don't go through the remainder of your life being burdened and holding on to unforgiveness. You know, when we hold on to unforgiveness, we become sick on the inside because we internalize the pain, we internalize the trauma. Let it go and don't have a victim mentality. You're not a victim. And if you need help, reach out and get help. There's nothing wrong with getting help. It takes courage to get help. It takes courage to say, I need help. I need to talk to somebody. Can you pray for me? See, society will make us believe and feel and think that something is so wrong with us because we let people know that we need help, because we let people know, hey, I'm not all together. Hey, I'm not okay. Do you know that it's okay not to be okay? And I think all of us, me included, family of God, have gone through certain traumas and gone through certain things in life and really didn't want to talk to anybody about it because we felt as if people would make us feel worse about what we have gone through with. Your parents are the cause of the dysfunction in your family. Parents have a high responsibility. God holds parents dear. They have a big accountability with their children. A lot of parents have a lot of blood on their hands with their children. Those of you who are parents, those who listen to this video, if you need to get something right with your children, you need to go get this right with your kids. Because God put this in my spirit to speak to people that are dealing with dysfunction in their families, under the hand of their parents, under the hand of that authoritative figure that God placed over them, the people that God placed over you, that was supposed to be there for you and to help you and to keep you safe. They didn't keep you safe. We know a lot of things happen probably in your home that shouldn't happen in your home. But God is going to heal you from the memories of all the pain that you've gone through with, all of that suffering. Some of you were forced to be quiet. Some of you were forced to be silent, family of God. And that caused so much trauma to be locked up on the inside of you. But God is going to heal you today. He's Jehovah Rapha. He's the God that healeth you. God is going to heal you everywhere that you hurt, everywhere that you hurt. Glory to God. God is going to heal you, family. Don't have a victim mentality. Don't. And learn to have a sense of worth on your own. You don't have to be like the people who didn't do right by you. This is why you are going through life and you're addicted to pain. This is why you stay stuck in cycles that you know you need to get out of because you're addicted to pain. It's not that you love the person. It's not. You are addicted to pain and you will push away health. You will push away a person that will come into your life and to love you. You know why we push people away? Because we're just not used to people loving us authentically. Because every person that was supposed to love you authentically, they betrayed you. Every person that was supposed to keep you safe and they vowed to protect you from harm, oh, they let you down, didn't they? This video was for somebody. If this video has found you, it's for you to hear it. You share this message with somebody that's going through family dysfunction by way of their parents, by way of a grandmother, a grandfather, an aunt, an uncle, by way of a family member rearing them and didn't protect them, didn't give them the protection that they needed. But whatever you do, don't have a victim mentality. Don't. Don't have this victim mentality, family. And if you need help, get help. There's nothing wrong with you getting help. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you getting the help that you need. It takes courage, as I said, to do it. And forgive your parents. They did the best that they could. They didn't know any better. We model what we see. The characteristics that your parents had or whoever reared you that wasn't healthy, wasn't good, you don't have to have that. So change the trajectory of your life by staying on your journey to heal. God is going to heal you, family. It's going to heal you. It's going to make you whole. Don't hold on forgiveness. Release it. If you got to cry, you cry. It's very therapeutic to cry. Jesus wept. Cry, family. It's okay to cry. You didn't deserve what happened to you. You didn't deserve being talked down to. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve the actions that people did toward you. You didn't deserve that, family. You were innocent. But now it's time for you to release the trauma. Now it's time for you to release the pain. Do it for you. Do it for you, family. This is Nikki. I'm so glad to come back in your home and to share some enlightenment as to why you have so much dysfunction in your own life, why you have so much dysfunction in your own home. Why? Because you're addicted to pain. You are addicted to toxicity. To those of you who did not have a healthy home, who were not reared or raised in a healthy environment, this is why we are addicted to pain. And this is why we are addicted to toxicity, because that's all we know. We know nothing but brokenness. We know nothing but toxicity. This is why, family of God. But God is not going to allow you to stay in this situation. It is not His will for you to stay in this situation. Forgive your parents. Forgive the people who reared you. Forgive these people. It's not worth another day for you not resting at night and having a peace of mind. It's not worth it. I love you, family. I'm praying for you. I'm praying that God's will be done in your life, because guess what? The will of God is going to be done for your life. Don't forget to like our videos, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Talk later. Bye-bye.